So let's set up your customer support group, VIP group, whatever it is that you want to call your group that you interact with your customers. So the first thing that you're going to do, and I am on my desktop, but this is essentially the same exact thing on your mobile device if you want to just do it on your phone. But over here on the left side, right underneath my name and friends, you're going to see a button that says groups. So we're going to click groups. And if you don't have any groups that have been created yet, you may not see the groups that you manage, but you should scroll down and be able to see some groups that you've joined, whether they're Scentsy related or not. But to go ahead and get your VIP group created, we're going to click where it says create new group. And it's going to go ahead and ask us for our group name. You can name this whatever it is that you want. It can be your customer support group. It can be your scented friends group. It can be, whatever it is that you want. To be within compliance, though, it should not have the word Scentsy in it. So it can have like scents or fragrance or those kind of like similar words to the business. It just should not have the word Scentsy in it to stay within compliance. So go ahead and name your group whatever you want. I'm going to do test because I am going to delete this after. But you go ahead and name it whatever it is that you want your group to be named. Under privacy, you're going to want to choose private, and that is so that not just anybody on Facebook can join or see your content that you have created in your group. They have to be invited either by a member or yourself. Okay. So your privacy should say private, not public. And then under where it says hide group, you do want that to say visible. So that's so that people can find your group. You don't want it to be hidden because then it'd be like some kind of like secret alliance that, nobody could find. And one thing that I like to do anytime that I have brand new customers, whether they find me on Scentsy.com or I meet them through a party or like Facebook Marketplace or however I meet that person, I always, once they become a customer and they purchase from me and I get their email that they've purchased off my website, I will actually send them a link to my VIP group to have them go ahead and join that way. So that way, the way that Facebook algorithms work is that if you just blindly invite a lot of people, whether they accept it or not, Facebook gives them like a trial run where they can see the content within it and then they can actually decide whether they want to join the group or not. When that happens, a lot of people tend to just like block that out of their newsfeed. So they could just be scrolling mindlessly on Facebook and they're never actually paying attention to your content that you're posting. When they join through a link that you send them and that's like them telling Facebook, hey, I'm interested in what this group has to offer and share with me, please show me their content. Okay. And then they can also turn on their notifications and that sort of thing so that they're notified every time that you post. But just make sure that this says visible. Invite friends. This is another one that's going to be a little tricky because again, when you invite them, they may not see all of your content right out the gate because we are inviting them to like your page. To start out with, this is probably only going to be like your closest friends and family, but as your customer base grows, this will also grow as well. Okay, so you can add whoever it is that you would like to add there, and then you're going to click create. So now that you've got your group created, you're going to want to like spruce it up some, right? Because this looks pretty plain here. The first thing that you're going to want to do is create a cover photo. And Scentsy actually creates these for us in our workstation. So if you go to your workstation and you click under marketing and go down to scent and warmer of the month, they actually already have staged photos with the warmer and scent of the month every single month that fit the events or group cover size in Facebook. So like this one here that's kind of stretched out that you can see, this is the one for July, so we don't want to put that one up there yet. So we're going to scroll down until we find the June one and then just click download. Okay. So then once we go back into Facebook, we're going to click the little edit pencil and do upload photo. And then right here's where I've already downloaded it. So we're going to upload that picture. Make sure that it looks good in there and then click save changes. Now you don't have to do the scent and warmer of the month. That's just something simple that you wouldn't have to create. But you can create your own in Canva. That's normally what I do, or you can also join the Canva Boss Babes groups, and there's a lot of people that share their event and group cover pictures in there that you can use. So once we've got that updated, you are going to have like this little checklist of making sure that you invite people. We've added our cover photo, so that one is good. We can see it has like a little check marks there. Let me see if I can just get rid of here, just close those. There we go. Now we can see a little better. So we've got a checklist here because we've already did our cover photo. You may want to add a description so that when people join, they can kind of see, like, what is this? So you can put like a little about section right there. Let them know that this is where you'll be sharing all the Scentsy things, new releases, promotions, flash sales, all of the things you're just going to share in this group. So you can kind of let them know what this group is. Other than that basically gets it created for you. Now, if you have questions on like, what do I post, or how often do I post, or I'm running out of ideas, can you help? Absolutely. So let me go back to my home. I actually have created a mock VIP group that you can join, and I update this group either on Fridays or Saturdays with a whole week's worth of content. So I post exactly what I post in my VIP group in this group and share it with thousands of other Scentsy consultants. I typically post 4 times a day in my VIP group at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. And at least one of those is always going to be an interaction post. So, one of them is not going to be Scentsy related. Usually it's honestly about 50-50. Half of it is Scentsy related and the other half is just like getting to know me or interaction or, something else that gets the group talking. Because the more interaction that you have on your VIP group, the more that Scentsy is going to share your content with those people that are in your group. So it's important to have high engagement in your group. You don't just want to be posting and no one's like commenting or liking or interacting with you, because Facebook senses that and they'll actually start hiding your stuff from your VIP group. So I'll kind of show you how this is laid out and how you can use it. Up here in the featured spot, I have a couple of things pinned up here. I do have a boards layout, which if you're not familiar with boards, there is a how to use boards YouTube video on here that you can walk through, and it will show you how to get your keyboard set up. And then the second one is the actual boards link to get the board for my mock VIP group. And like I said, this gets updated weekly on either Fridays or Saturdays, just depending on my week and how busy I am. Whenever I can get those uploaded, but every single weekend and the following week's content is uploaded. If you don't want to use boards, if it's too complicated or just not something that you're ready to dive in yet, you can still use the VIP group because I post all of the I'm actually gonna turn off commenting on this one. I share all of the same posts and everything in here as well. So each week there is usually at the top, because I have all of the commenting turned off of all the other posts, is a questions post. So this one is all the questions for this week. This is where you can ask questions about anything that I'm doing or questions on what I've shared this week, etc., etc. This is the only post that you can actually comment on. I turn commenting off of all of the other posts just to keep it simple and to keep it a little bit more organized. I used to do like the topics in Facebook, and Facebook took those away. So I can't organize them that way. So this is like the best way that I know how to keep things organized within the group. So commenting is turned off, and that's just to hopefully keep it in line. So like you'll see here, I always post the date, which post number it is, and then the time that I have it scheduled. You don't have to follow the times if you don't want to, but I post 4 times a day at 9, 12, 3, and 6 every single day, and I have for months and months and months. And my engagement's pretty good in my VIP group. I have about 40 or so ladies that interact daily in there. But my reach, like you can see the reach in your Facebook if you go to like view insights. And I have close to 200 people right now in my VIP group, and my reach is about 180, which is pretty good. Even though about 40 or so are the ones that are commenting regularly. So that's just kind of how it is. I share what I post, and the pictures, of course, you wouldn't want to upload a picture of myself and my dad to your own Facebook group. You would want to maybe update that with a picture of you and your dad, or a dad in your life that you look up to, or just, you know, whoever you want to put in there. But I kind of give you the layout of like how this works. So like you can see here on 6/18, this is my 3rd post for that day, and I have it scheduled for 3 p.m. Here's what I say, here's the picture that I include, etc., etc. So like this is an example of an interactive one. So it's literally, would you rather read a book or listen to an audiobook? And it's just it's just engagement. It has nothing to do with Scentsy. Sometimes I will just put like little reminders. It's just things to like get them kind of looking at your stuff, and it seems to really, really work. Of course, this is not something that you have to do. It's just simply giving you ideas that you can take and run with and create your own, that I use for my own. So if you have questions, definitely let me know, but that should at least get you set up and give you an idea of where to find some posts should you need them. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have questions.